Hey, if you're having a problem with your toilet water always running and looking like this, then stick around. I'm going to show you how to fix it. So the first thing that you're going to check out inside your toilet tank is the fill valve. And you can do a simple check if you have an old style like this, and that's just pull up on this rod. And if the water stops, then you know that your fill valve is leaking. There is one small adjustment on the back of this with a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. You can try turning it to see if you can get it to stop, but it's likely, and if you have an old style like this, that it's not going to work and that screw may crumble or even break off, and it's time to replace it. And if you have a Mansfield flush valve like this one, you can push down on this plastic ring and see if that gets the water to stop, because it could be the seal as well. And I'm going to show you how to replace both. Go ahead and turn the water off using the shutoff valve behind the toilet. Flush the toilet and hold the handle down to let as much water out as possible. Then remove the water line from the fill valve to the overflow and unscrew the float. Using a sponge or a towel, remove the excess water left behind that couldn't drain out of the tank. This is also a good opportunity to wipe down the inside of the tank and remove any of that buildup that's happened over the years. Next, you can remove the supply line to the underside of the toilet fill valve and remove the plastic nut that holds the fill valve in place. Now you may need to use a pair of channel locks to accomplish this. You may also need to hold the fill valve from the top side to keep the whole thing from spinning in place. Then simply pull the fill valve out from the top. Clean the surface where the new fill valve will sit and inspect for any damages at the same time. The new fill valve is going to be a little different style than our old one, and the washer that comes with it actually has a new seal for your supply line inside of it as well. All you have to do is separate the two and make sure that your new washer has the bevel facing down towards your tank when it's installed. Then you can install the plastic nut on the underside of the tank. Now this is a hand tighten only. Do not use any tools to tighten it more. Then install the supply line, but don't use any kind of thread sealant on here. I see people make that mistake all the time and it's wrong. Don't do it. There's a small rubber seal inside that keeps it from leaking. If you're having problems, then you need to replace the seal or the supply line itself. And before you turn the water on, don't forget to put that small water supply line from the fill valve back to the overflow. Then you can turn the water on and fill the tank. While the tank is filling, this is an opportunity to check all of your connections and make sure that you don't have any leaks. Once the tank is full, you can adjust the level of the water in your tank using this adjustment screw attached to your fill valve. Ideally, you want the water level in your tank to be just below the overflow. After you're done making the adjustments, flush the toilet and allow the fill valve to fill the tank completely. Do this several times in a row to make sure that the fill valve is working properly. The next item that can cause your toilet water to run is a flush seal, or a flapper if you have one. In this case, we have a Mansfield flush valve, and there is a small seal that is located down at the bottom of the tank, and it's very simple and easy to change out. You're going to start by turning off the water and flush the toilet to remove all the water from the tank. Then, remove the water supply line from your fill valve to the overflow valve and remove the nut on the top. Then remove the Mansfield flush valve itself. Next, you can remove the seal down at the bottom of the tank by grabbing the edge and just pulling it until it comes out. Then clean the edge and make sure that there's no sharp edges or casting marks that may cause damage to your new seal. Install the new seal by starting one edge and working yourself around. Once you have the seal in place, it's important that you grab the edge of the seal and pull it until you feel it spinning in place. This ensures that the seal is installed properly and it will work as it's supposed to. I see a lot of people skip this step and then they wonder why their toilet keeps leaking. Then reinstall the flush valve the nut, and the overflow supply line. Now you may have this style of flapper instead of a seal, and it's located in the same place at the bottom of the tank. And to replace it, all you have to do is shut off the water, flush the toilet, disconnect the chain off of the handle, and pull on the rubber tabs on the side of the flush valve flapper. It's pretty simple. They come off, they're very flexible, and then your new one goes on just as easy. Then turn the water back on and let the tank fill. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.